And we're back, AdventureBlur here. Sonic was never good. If you're a gamer and on social media, you've heard that phrase a billion times. Sonic was never good. Only classic Sonic. Only 2D Sonic. The adventure games ruined the franchise. 06 ruined the franchise. Sonic Forces ruined the franchise. Pretty much, everyone seems to assume that Sonic is in a bad place. And honestly, I can see where they're coming from. There have been a lot of mistakes in the Sonic series throughout the years. But that's kind of gone. This is pretty much what I want to talk about today. Yes, Sonic has been through a lot, especially once Sega got out of the console business. But we are out of that era. The Sonic Dark Ages is over. Really, I just want to make this a positive look at the Sonic series as a whole. So, let's get started. So to really understand where all this hate comes from, we have to understand what the Sonic Dark Age was. The Sonic Dark Age was from 2005 to 2009. And that's pretty much when there wasn't really any good Sonic games. At least, that's what the internet says. The reason for this was because Shadow the Hedgehog, Sonic 06, and the 2 storybook games came out about that time. But the thing is, we seem to forget that a lot of great Sonic games came out from that era. You know, like seriously, there's a lot of great games. So that's really my first point. The Sonic Dark Ages is over, and we're not even that bad. Yes, there was Shadow the Hedgehog in 06. And yes, they were really bad. Especially 06. It really messed up the reputation of the franchise. But at the same time, we got some phenomenal games with that. Both Sonic Rush games came out in the Dark Age. Sonic Rush came out the same day as Shadow the Hedgehog. Sonic Unleashed, which is somewhat seeing a revival nowadays, was released in the Dark Age. The Sonic Rivals games and Sonic Riders, which is in my opinion a hidden gem, were all released in the Dark Age as well. Even Sonic's Casino Poker was released in the Dark Age. I've never actually played that game and it's probably trash, but I don't care. I found it on the Wikipedia page and it was released in the Dark Age, according to Wikipedia, which is a very trustworthy resource, by the way. Use that when you're making videos, kids. The only reason the Dark Age is considered the Dark Age is because of 4 games, 3 of which can be classified as spin-offs. Now don't get me wrong, the critics are not always happy with these good Dark Age games. In fact, a lot of them got a lot of hate. But I'm about to say something very controversial. Don't take the critics' word as fact. Just because they don't like a game doesn't mean the game's bad. Their opinion is just that, an opinion. Just like my opinion is just that. You can be free to disagree with this entire video if you want to. That is fine. We're all allowed to have our own opinions. If you dislike a Sonic game, and I love that Sonic game, it's fine. In fact, there are a lot of games that I love that a lot of people dislike. But treating someone's word as the law and never trying these games or never liking these games because of what someone says is wrong. You should make your own opinions on a game. Like if I listened to the critics about Song of the Deep, which is one of my favorite games I've played in years, I would have never picked it up. But instead, I decided to buy it. And now it's one of my favorite games. It all depends on the person. Not everyone's going to like the same exact game, and that's okay. Not everyone's going to love Sonic Mania. Maybe those people who hate Sonic Mania love Forces, and those people who love Mania hate Forces. In fact, that's really what's going on today. That's okay. Everyone's allowed to have your own opinions, and if you talk to people in a civil way or in a good way, that's fine. Have good conversations. Treat people's opinions kindly. Listen to their opinions. Understand where they're coming from. But also, don't be afraid to make your own opinions, your own views on games, or movies, or books, or anything. Well, I just rambled way longer than I meant to, but this is how I feel about this, and I feel like is really the main message of this video. Accept other people's opinions. I'm kind of preaching to myself with this as well, guys. I am just as bad about it. But overall, this is a new year. we can really make a change in the Sonic fan base. The Sonic fan base gets a really bad rep. We're considered these people who either love Sonic games no matter how bad they are, or hate them no matter how good they are. Let's change that around. Let's show that we just have opinions. And even if we disagree, we're okay with that. Not everyone's going to agree on every little thing. That's just life. And nowadays especially, we shouldn't even be upset or worried about Sonic being a dead franchise or about to be a dead franchise. Sonic is doing amazing. Sonic Boom, not the games, that's not the games, but the show is phenomenal. Sonic Mania just came out and blew everyone away, and has Sonic Mania Adventures that is also being amazing. Honestly, I would argue I enjoy it more than the actual game. I love it. Sonic Forces, no matter how much you love or hate that game, came out. We're getting more Sonic games. We got Lost World. And like really, Sonic's on a good track record right now. Since Unleashed even, we've had Colors, Generations, Lost World, Mania, Forces, both Sonic and All-Star Racing games. We got Team Sonic Racing coming up. We got the Sonic Boom TV show. We got at one point the Archie comic series, and now we have an even better IDW Sonic comic series. Everything seems to be going really well. Look at Team Sonic Racing. The people behind that game made the first two Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing games. And they're two of the best racing games ever. Why should we worry? Why should we be upset? This is great for Sonic. Everything's really going our way for once. With the exception of, whatever that thing is. Oh boy. But really, outside of that, we're doing pretty good. Not perfect. We're not doing perfect, but we're doing really good. Even Sonic merchandise is doing good, guys. We have the Sega shop now, which is amazing. If you're looking for cool Sonic stuff, go onto the Sega shop. And it seems to be much more readily available as well. You can buy stuff on a regular basis that's Sonic related. We used to not be able to do that. Sonic, at the moment, I would say is doing the best it's ever done since Sega was in the console business. We're just on a roll. We got so much going for it. And yes, it's not perfect. There are issues in the games, and shows, and everything. But it's like that with every series. Look at the Star Wars series. Look at Mario or Zelda even. There's always going to be some negatives with all those positives. If all this stuff outweighs the bad, then it's worth it. And right now, there's so much good in the community that there's just no way the bad can outweigh it. I just think we need to recognize that. For me, going to Sonic and Sega Fan Jam was something I'm so glad I did for many reasons. But one of the reasons I'm glad is that I got to meet so many Sonic fans that were just great people and were passionate about a series that's just great. There wasn't really any negativity about the Sonic series there. It was just talking about how much the series is good. How much good there is in the series, in the fandom, in all of it. I can't think of really any negative moments there. And I think that that's not a rare thing. There's a lot of good all over the place in the community. We just gotta remember to look for it. You know what? Let's start a hashtag. Let's show off how great the Sonic fandom is. Use the hashtag #GoodSonicMemories and tell people about how great the Sonic series is. Let's show off how amazing this fandom and this series of games about this one character is. Whether it be a memory from your favorite game or comic or just a favorite event you've been to about Sonic, just anything that means a lot to you about the Sonic series that's positive, tell us about it. And, as always, this is AdventureBlur, and I will see you next time.